Hey you guys, it's Kayla and I am back with another tutorial. Sorry I haven't uploaded lately. I've just been super duper busy, so I'm getting back on track starting now. So, I think what I'm going to do today is something like kind of inspired by like this color of my nails, this teal, because I really like it. Teal's like my all-time favorite color. So, let's just jump right in. I already primed my face using my Too Faced Hangover RX primer and did my brows using my usual Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in blonde. So now I'm going to prime my lids. I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light. Just going to be popping that right onto the lid. Now I'm going to blend it out using this brush that came with the Naked 3 palette. Just gonna take the fluffy end and just kind of pat that in. So now that that is all blended out, we're gonna take a translucent powder and set it. I'm actually gonna be using a new translucent powder I got. It's the L'Oreal Hydra Perfecting Loose Powder. It looks like this. I got it from Walmart because I'm trying to find a cheaper alternative to the Laura Mercier. So I'm gonna test this guy out for the first time. I'm just gonna take that same brush, just pack it on there, pack it right onto my lid. So first I'm going to be going in with this color from ColourPop called Tiki. It's a single shadow. Looks like this. Here's a little swatchy for you guys. It's kind of like a yellowy orange. I'm gonna go in with that color and I'm going to take a fluffy brush. This is my Luxie 205 tapered blending brush. I'm just gonna pat into there. Wow, there's like a lot of kick up in that. Let's see how pigmented this yellow is, because a lot of times yellow eyeshadows are not that pigmented. You have to build them up a lot. So, well, it's actually pretty pigmented. I really like that. I think I'm gonna do a halo eye today. Now that we've got that color all blended out, I'm going to be taking my Morphe 350M palette. And I'm just going to go into this shade right here. It's more of an orangey shade. And I'm going to take the smaller tapered blending brush from Luxie. It's a 229. It looks like this. I've used it in my other videos. I'm just going to focus that right in the outer and inner corners. Just kind of blend that to meet the crease. So it's a nice circular halo look. And then I'm going to go in with that shade Tiki again on the fluffier blending brush, just to brighten it up. Then next I'm going to go back in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Just a little tiny baby dot of this right in the center of my eyelids. I'm going to take that same brush that I used before, but I'm going to take the flatter end. Just pat that right down. You don't want it taking up too much of your lid space. Just do the same thing on the other eye. And then I'm going to take this ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Banana Daiquiri. I'm going to take this Morphe M124. It's just a smaller flat brush. And dip into that shadow. Wow, this is like super, it's like cushiony. I've never used these before. So let's see how it works with a brush. If it's not as pigmented as I like, I'm going to try my finger. Oh wow, that's pretty. You might be able to see it a little bit better now. That's a really pretty color. I am digging that. That's pretty. We're going to just pop that on the other eye. So now that we've got that on the lid, you see how it's kind of harsh right there? We don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in with this orange shade right here again that's in the Morphe palette. And we're going to take the fluffier tapered blending brush and just to put the tiniest little bit on our brush, even tap off the excess. Just kind of buff that together so it blends really smoothly. That is a really pretty combo. Wasn't sure. I kind of was like picturing it in my head, but I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not. But I'm definitely digging it. It's so pretty. So I think that's how I'm going to leave it for right now until I can come back to it once I've done my face makeup. So we will move on to face makeup now. So now I'm just going to go in with this Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. It looks like this. Put a little bit on my finger, my phalange. Rub it together. And I'm going to focus it kind of in between my eyebrows, on my nose, and right here, on like in between like the under eye and the cheek kind of area. Just because that's where my pores kind of get accentuated. And then I'm going to go on my forehead to see if we can minimize those forehead wrinkles that I would be having. And on my chin just a little bit. I don't really take this all over my face, like one of my cheeks and everything, because, I mean, those aren't really major problems for me. Like, there's not really a lot of pores here. It's more like right in here. So I don't worry about that portion too much. So now that that is done, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit in Light. It looks like this. I'm going to be taking this shade right here that's kind of peachy and just dipping my finger into it so it gets nice and warm and melted. And I'm going to go under the eye with this color just to brighten up my under eyes. And I have like some intense redness happening today. Not really sure why. So I'm going to go in with a green concealer. The one I'm going to be using today is by LA Colors, I think. No, LA Girl Pro Conceal. I'm going to be using this. Just popping that. First we're going to squeeze some out. Now we're going to pop it on there. Just right where the redness is. A little on my nose, forehead. I think those are my main areas of concern. Maybe right between the brows. And I'm actually going to just take a little baby stippling brush. This is the e.l.f. small stipple brush. Just kind of stipple that out. You don't want to blend it out too much because you don't want the green color to just kind of sheer out and there not be anything there to cancel out the redness. So for foundation today, I'm actually going to be using a mixture of two. I'm going to be mixing the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover. This is in the shade 301. And I'm going to be mixing it with the Maybelline Dewy and Smooth Fit Me Foundation in the shade 110 Porcelain. So I'm just going to squeeze some of this out on my palette. I really don't like the consistency of this foundation. It's really weird. It's like super moussey and thick. Like there's other full coverage foundations you can use that don't have consistency that doesn't move. And the shade color is completely off. So it's way too pink. That's why I'm going to be mixing it today. Don't get me wrong, the coverage is great, but it's the formula that I'm not the biggest fan of. I'm just going to be taking a Morphe S3, just a flat foundation brush, to mix these two foundations together. Now that that's all mixed together, I'm literally just going to go in with what's on the brush now and just paint it on. We about to have some serious coverage going on. Just those areas there. I think what I'm going to do is first go in with a brush. Today I'm going to use the Morphe S94. This is just like a flat top kabuki brush. And just kind of pat it in. Now that that is all blended out and I look like I have no lips, I'm going to go in with my Dampen Beauty Blender just to kind of smooth everything out and absorb any excess product. Because you don't want any streaks that may have been left behind by your foundation brush. And you don't want your face to look cakey. I'm just going to blend out that concealer as well, because it's it's creasing. Now that that is on, we've got the foundation set and ready. I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, of course. I'm just going to go right under the eyes just because this is such a full coverage foundation combo. I don't want to bring it all the way down and just make it even more full coverage, you know? Then you might become cakey. Just taking a little bit and highlighting the high points of my face. Next, I'm going in with my Pink Beauty Blender. I'm just buffing that out, well, blending that out. And then I'm going to go back in with my black foundation Beauty Blender and just bounce that right on my forehead where my forehead wrinkles are, because nobody wants those. I really want to get Botox in my forehead so I don't have those wrinkles anymore because I hate them. I'm going to take that L'Oreal loose powder again, just put some in the lid, and take my concealer Beauty Blender, just pack that onto the forehead where those wrinkles are. Go right in between the eyebrows, down the center of the nose. Wow, that's intense. The sides of the nose where I get those nose creases. My smile lines. You don't want any creasing. And then I'm gonna, I didn't get enough, so I'm gonna take a little bit more. There we go. And I'm gonna take the non-powdery side, which is this side of my Beauty Blender, and just pounce that on that under eye area again to make sure there's no creasing. And then I'm gonna take the powdery side and we're gonna pack that underneath of our eye. I'm actually gonna go in with a light dusting of this perfecting powder with this Too Faced Mr. Right brush, just a little bit to set the rest of my face. I'm also going to take this brush and dust away all that excess powder. So next I'm going to bronze my skin, bring a little bit more life back into it. To bronze, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Beached Bronzer in Bronzed. Just going to take that on a fluffy brush and just go right on the cheeks. And we're going to bronze the forehead as well. And that automatically gave my face a little bit more definition and color to it. I don't look like a flat canvas anymore. I'm going to contour now. I think I'm going to use, which contour palette? I think I'm going to use my Too Faced Cocoa Contour. It's in light to medium. To contour, I'm going to be using this MAC brush. It's a a 168 SE. It looks like this. This came with one of their collections. I can't remember which one. It came with the collection that like released the Oh Darling highlight that was super duper popular. So I'm just gonna use this. I'm gonna use the shade Medium Cocoa to contour. And you want to start out light. You don't want to go in with a heavy hand because you can always add more, but it's a lot more difficult to get rid of contour than it is to add to it. I like to take my contour all the way up to my temples and like the midst of my forehead. I'm going to take the Morphe M460, looks like this, dip into light cocoa, and just go underneath my contour with that to kind of give it a little more definition and shape. My contour looks super duper intense on camera, but in person it is not that intense. So, I don't know what's happening there. But we gonna just keep moving with it. We gonna just roll with it, you know? We're just gonna let it happen. And then I'm going to contour my nose, of course, because I got a big old honker. I'm gonna take Medium Cocoa on a small brush. Just go down the sides of my nose. And then I'm gonna define the side contour of my nose. And then I'm also going to take this light color and put it down the center just to sharpen that up a little bit. And of course, I'm not going to let that bake because I feel like baking takes away coverage. So I'm just going to dust that away with that same fluffy Too Faced brush. For blush, I'm going to be using the Papa Don't Peach blush by Too Faced on a Morphe M104. Just popping that right on the apples of my cheeks. For highlight, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in Gleam. I'm going to use this color right here, Crushed Pearl. As you can see, she has gotten a lot of love because it is a beautiful highlight color. I'm going to use a fan brush from Morphe. This is the M310. And just dip right into that highlight. Oh, that's falling apart. I'm going to go over my eyebrow. Down my nose. My cupid's bow. My chin. And I really like when my highlight is like really intense on my cheeks right here. So we're going to go in with a little bit more right there. So now that the face is done, I'm going to go back into my eye look. I'm going to take the shade Tiki again, the ColourPop single shadow that I was using earlier. And I'm going to take that fluffier tapered blending brush and just go right underneath. Then I'm going to take this pencil brush by Crown Brushes. It's a C513. I'm just going to dip into this orange shade one more time. Go right under the lash line. Then I'm going to go in with a white liner on my lower lash line. Now I'm going to go in with a white liner. This is a liner by Stila. As you can see, it's on the back of my hand. And I'm going to go in with this powder puff and just pull my lower lash line down so I don't move any foundation or concealer with my finger. Of course, I'm going to be setting my face using my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. For lips, I'm going to be using Perla by Stila. I'm going to go over this matte liquid lip with Creme Brulee by NYX. It's a butter gloss. Okay, you guys, so this is the final look. I really like how it came out. I really am digging this teal color from ColourPop. I'm really loving this color combo too. I don't know why, but I am digging this teal with this like orangey, yellowy vibe. I really like it. The lip color I'm digging. Of course, I'm loving my highlight. Look at how bright she is. Look at how she shines. Look at how she shines. Out here looking like the Tin Man and whatnot. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And share my videos with your friends and family. Bye.